Now, Bashar Derelenka is a false prophet.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Donald Trump is finna go to hell, y'all.
We've seen Donald Trump take incredibly dictatorial actions in just the last month.
What up, man? Giving you another react. Sit back, relax, observe, and let's get into it, y'all. Roll the clip.
You wanna know what's funny? It's not just the people that are laughing at those who lied, right? We're not mocking God because God is not mocked. God is the one making a derision out of all of you. God is the one exposing you. God is the one exposing you to the world. See, you know it's bad when a local cable network, right, a news channel actually makes what's been going on TikTok news. When the lady had to hold the laugh in. She even showed a lot of y'all faces that said the rapture was coming. She showed Joshua, she showed Matt, she showed Ezekiel 333. She showed a lot of y'all faces. And see, the thing is, it's God doing that. God is the one who's going to hold you in derision. He's doing it right now, right? What's the guy's name? Disciple Derek. You're being exposed, okay? And how dare you people use the scriptures and try to flip it on people who tried to warn you and tell you there was no rapture, that it's not in the Bible. But then you turn around and say, oh, I misinterpreted what. Well, you understand, there is no private interpretation with God. So if God tells you something, that's what it is. There is no see, you gotta understand, God is not the author of confusion. So if you're confused, it was the prince of this world that whispered those things in your ears. It was the prince of this world that led you to license plates. It was the prince of this world that led you to numbers on a Greek yogurt carton. It was broken in half. Okay, and they're not exempt from because the Bible tells them to study to show themselves approved. So they should study too. But guess what? People are turning away from the faith. I just watched a video where a lady said that she's thinking about opening up the Quran, because she can't keep going forth with the Bible because she don't know what to believe no more. You have to understand. Jesus said, if any of you cause any of these little ones to stumble, it would be better that a millstone be hung about your neck and you be cast into the sea. Okay? And the Bible says that the teachers shall be judged with greater strictness. This is not a oops, my bad. You see, you can apologize stepping on somebody's foot. You can be forgiven for that. You can be forgiven for bumping somebody in the store. You can be forgiven for that. But when you lie on the Holy Spirit, there is no forgiveness for that.
Cette scène a eu lieu mardi dernier à Jacksonville, en Floride. Erika McGriff, une mère venue récupérer sa fille à la sortie de l'école, est interpellée par un policier. Il lui reproche de s'être mal garée en laissant sa voiture, moteur allumé, à une intersection.
I need your license. I need your license. That's your car. I just saw you get out of the car.
That's not my car.
Okay.
I'm going over here. Please don't. Please. Hey.
You're right here with your student?
Hey.
You're right here with your student?
This is my daughter. Please do not touch me.
Do you want to go to jail?
Don't touch me. I do not, sir. I did not do anything wrong.
Yes, you did.
I did not do anything wrong.
You left your vehicle unattended.
No, I did not leave that vehicle.
You could get a ticket?
I was the passenger.
You could get a ticket?
The driver went to the school. The driver is at the school, sir.
Ici, Erika McGriff préfère mentir car son permis lui a été retiré pour de précédentes infractions de la route. Très vite, le ton monte et l'arrestation dégénère.
Please don't do this in front of my child, sir. You got me fucked up. You won't punch me.
I'm about to put you on the ground. Pull away from me. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You were too close.
I can't breathe. Stop! I can't. choking me! He's choking me!
Suite au partage massif de la vidéo sur les réseaux sociaux, le shérif du bureau de police de la ville a pris la parole pour défendre et féliciter son policier en balayant toute accusation de violence policière.
She violently resisted Officer Holton and eventually punched him repeatedly and bit him.
She was saying that she could breathe. It was kind of hard to tell what exactly kind of.
She could breathe. It's pretty obvious he didn't want to go too far. He wanted to make sure that he followed the rules and made sure he did this the best way that he could. And I commend him for that.
Le shérif a également annoncé l'arrestation des 2 femmes qui demandaient aux policiers de lâcher Erika McGriff.
The Draco, like the Drake and the Dragon, the Serpent Brotherhood.
People are asking about Bashar Derelenkas, so we will give them the divine truth. Understand that this is not my opinion, this is a psychic energy reading. I have an ability where I can look at anyone on this planet and read their aura and read the energy of their words. Where I come from as a soul is beyond planet Earth. I'm something known as a star soul. I'm not the only one, there are millions of us part of the Starseed program. I know Yeshua very well, and I do represent the Holy Flame. I will put it in the comments exactly what the Holy Flame is. Now, Bashar Derelenka is a false prophet. Understand, when I say false prophet, it's not like he has claimed to be that. A false prophet is someone who appears to be of the light, but they are not of the light. They mix truth with lies. I made that video on Dolores Cannon and it made so many people upset. But when I look at Bashar or Derelenka, in his aura, it's so dark, it makes me physically nauseous to look at him for a long time. He has an evil reptilian, a very tall evil reptilian in his aura in the spiritual form. He is claimed to be of a grey, and his self, Bashar, is from the future. Daryl is a reptilian grey hybrid. He's not even human. He might appear looking human, everybody, but his DNA is reptilian and grey. Trust what you feel. When you really look at him, when you really look into it, you will feel that energy. And I cannot listen to these people. I don't read their books. I've heard certain things. So I'm going to give you only one example. One thing that he gave, which is misconception. He said, all souls are old. No, that is inaccurate. Yes, there is no time. Like, time is just an illusion. But what makes a soul older than another one is experience, is lineage. So each and every one of you, you have your own soul experience and lineage. It's just like in this lifetime, you have a last name that shows where you came from, your descendants and ancestors. You have that as a soul, which is so freaking cool. And you accumulate experience like in your other lifetimes that adds up to your soul experience. It's like saying, right, because there are new souls being created right now and they don't have your experience. It's like saying someone who's been lifting weights for years and years, right, has the same experience with somebody who's walking in for the first day lifting weights. No, there are classifications of souls: old souls, young souls, baby souls. Old souls have the most experience, or more experience than most people, meaning they've lived a lot of different incarnations in a lot of different lifetimes. Younger souls just don't have as much experience, and then a baby soul is just being created right now or existing for the first time in physical form. So I hope that gives you some insight. But some people want to call apples oranges. No, mate, an apple is an apple. All right, you're entitled to your opinion, but this is not my opinion. This is the Holy Flame energy reading. So Bashar mixes in a lot of truth with a lot of lies. Remember the example of the devil, the serpent. He was an angel, knows the word of God, but utilizes it to manipulate people. Bashar is oftentimes very arrogant, if you've seen his videos. And I don't know why he chooses to close his eyes, because we don't need to close our eyes to channel. I channel all the time and I never close my eyes, everybody. You lot as well. I encourage you to raise your vibration, work on your entire chakra system, ask to be the Holy Flame. This is what I'm doing. I'm wishing to make all of you the Holy Flame, to become the truth, to become the true light of this planet. You will see beyond the veil. You will see divine truth. This is not my opinion. This is my professional reading, everybody. This is divine truth. I'm very brave to do this because the people that like him, right, are going to have an issue with this. And people oftentimes are very upset about things they don't understand. The difference between me and most people is I've been a professional energy healer and psychic for years, helping people all over the planet. You lot, most of you have not done that. This isn't even me ego, this is just a fact. And I'm all right with people calling it egotistical, man, because a lion don't concern himself with the opinion of sheep. But we have to come in this energy together. This is why I'm doing this. People have been asking, so I'm going to give them the divine truth from the holy flame, everyone, right? It is time for us to see beyond the flesh, to see the truth about everything, to read the energy of words and books and everything, because energy never lies. This is like, you know, Yeshua, I feel him speaking with me right now. It's like, it's like him, you know, other people thinking that they were the only son of God and the Messiah. No, no, people were lost during his time, just like people are lost right now, right? But what he was doing is Yeshua wanted to make everybody like their own Messiah, that Christ-like, to become like him. That's what I'm doing. I'm wishing to make all of you the best version of yourself, Christ-like, which is the fifth dimension, which is where we're headed towards. And I do wish to give you insight on how to become the holy flame. I'm not the only one, but we're very few far in between. So if you want to come with me, if you want to ascend, if you want to see divine truth, everybody, let's do it. Put in 111 in the comments, all right? Nothing is forced on you, ever. But we need to see divine truth, see the reality that we live in. I do this from a place of love. I don't even like making these types of videos, but I have dealt with the serpent my entire life. I've seen evil reptilian hybrid imposters, even from a young age and way beyond this lifetime, everyone. I know what I'm talking about. I wish I was wrong, I truly do. But the world that we live in is very upside down. It's very Matrix-like energy. Even look at that movie, The Matrix, came out in 1999, which means beginnings and end of cycle. And what did the Oracle said? She said, everything that has a beginning has an ending, Neo. Remember that. Remember that, everybody. We are beginning anew. God bless you, universe bless you, source bless you. Thank you.
Have you guys ever seen a creator on this app? His name is The Fittest Flat Earther. I used to be mutuals with him a couple years ago until I recently had to block him. And I don't normally talk about other creators on this app in a negative light because I don't like doing that. But honest to God, if you're following him or you listen to anything he's saying, this man is bonkers. Just a week ago, literally, I just checked his account just a week ago, he posted a ceremony of Chris Farley and all of the people from SNL during Chris Farley's time in this picture. And he's saying like, oh, do you think Chris Farley faked his death and he actually showed up to his own ceremony? He names all the people in the picture, like Adam Sandler, they're in a bunch of people. And he gets to a person with gray hair and a beard. Somebody who maybe me or you at the naked eye wouldn't recognize. And he is literally trying to tell people that this guy peeking his head around the corner, I'm going to show you a picture of him, is Chris Farley attending his own ceremony, Beyond the Dead. This guy, his name is Bernie Brillstein. He worked at SNL. He's a television producer. And all it took me was 2 seconds to do a Google reverse search on the picture he's trying to show you. And trying to convince you that this is Chris Farley. What? Believe me, I'm a conspiracy theorist, okay? But give me a break, dude. This is so far in left field. He tried to say that Barron Trump does not look like his parents, okay? He's like, in this video, he says, don't you think he doesn't look anything like his parents? Dude, he looks exactly like his parents, first of all. And if that doesn't sound insane, he's saying that Barron Trump's mother, his actual mother, is Princess Diana. Yes, he said that. I actually commented on a few of his videos months back because he thinks that there's a ton of celebrities faking their deaths, and he can prove that. because they have the same moles on their face. Okay, stick with me. They have the same moles. But because their noses don't look alike, they've had medical procedures and nose jobs to change their noses. So you mean to tell me they're gonna go through a nose job change, lip change, and cheekbone change, but they're not gonna get a mole removed? Okay. I'm sorry. He pushed back on me, and I was like, I don't know what plan. Is this clickbait? Is he doing it for the views? Like I don't know if he actually believes himself. If you guys follow him or watch his stuff, please comment, because this is about the most ridiculous stuff I have ever heard in my entire life. There is a such thing as taking it too far, and dude, you took it way too far.
Oh, you son of a bitch. They're doing a full lockdown of the UK. So listen to this one now. They're not just introducing the UK digital ID. They're saying that every UK citizen has to be in bed by 10 p.m. They are also looking to turn off the TV and internet by 10 o'clock. They claim it's to reduce digital addiction. They say too many people are spending far too much time online. But it don't just stop there. They're saying by April 2026, they're going to be stopping Google Maps, GPS, and all satellite navigational systems. Why are they doing this? They say anybody breaking this law or found awake after 10 p.m. will be fined on the spot. They say even the internet suppliers will be supporting the UK government by informing them who's online and who is active past 10 p.m. And in some cases, they're just going to turn off your internet completely. So it seems that there's more to worry about than the digital ID. It seems that they're going to be doing a full lockdown on the UK.
Y'all know there ain't nothing good coming out of that, man. What do you guys think? Spam it up in the comments.
What's up? You trying to step to the mic? With a fit like that, I need to hear you. Thanks for stepping to the mic. My name is Michael Manelli, and I'm looking for a feature. So I need you to give me your best right now. I'm gonna start, then you go, okay? Cause baby, we're overdue. I won't waste a second when it comes to you. We'll owe it to ourselves to see this through. When time ain't on our side, that's no excuse. Let's put this love to you. Cause baby, we're overdue.
The one and only in the sugar honey iced tea. I've been moving smooth, too spicy. Caliente to keep the bills and the rent paid. Sensei with the juice like a high C, a minute maid. When I say on site, I don't mean fist fight. I mean like passionate loving overnight. Then I might call you to see if you would. Then I get saw through when it's all on you. Tell me what you mean if it's all good. I mean we can hit the scene and drive through the hood. I mean late night creeps and vibes we should. But when you with me, your iPhone should be on D&D and we repeat between the sheets wisely. I see the future when I'm looking in your eyes. Be that so raving, you're what I've been craving to reach the sensations, and I think
that's Andre 3K and Toby in the Wigway all in one. Stop playing with her right here. Sheesh!
Boys, a new sport has just dropped and it is taking over TikTok right now. It's called Brave Ball, and as you can see, it's a wild combination of football and boxing. And the rules are simple. They're not at all. It seems like it's just normal football rules, but you're wearing gloves and a head guard, and whenever you get in reaching distance to someone, you can smash the shit out of them. That's about all I've figured out. Now, it seems to have started in Poland by a martial arts club called Be Brave, but it's now spread to other countries in Eastern Europe, including Ukraine. And they're taking equality to the next level. Because as you can see, it looks like boys and girls are playing together. Now, it does seem that most of these videos are from actual martial arts clubs trying out new ways for their students to train. But the question is, would you play this or not?
Thug, what is this? This man turned himself into a husky. Or he turned himself to a light skin? I guess he's dropping something, y'all.
I'm coming for it all.
Now, what in the Diddy party is going on here? I mean, look at that guy. Okay, and they say that Christians are idol worshipers. Y'all do know that this is a rock that they're trying to touch, a black box that they're trying to touch, some stone that they're trying to touch. Like, is this not a form of idol worship, or am I tweaking right now? Also, look around. What don't y'all see here? Y'all don't see any women here. Y'all don't see no women here. You cannot see a single woman. Now, that's not me saying that women are not allowed here, because they are allowed here. But during these little rallies they have where they all get together, women are not allowed in the inner circles of it. Women have to stay far back. They cannot get involved in this because, remember, they're lesser than the men. Remember that, y'all. The women in Islam are less than the men. They're not equal to, they're less than. So they have to sit way in the back and worship this black rock that they probably don't even know why they're worshiping. They don't know why they're all going crazy over it. It's like some American sporting event. Like, this is weird, over a black box. But shout out to the Islamic woman.
I'm making this video right now as a warning, y'all. And I don't want you guys to be surprised. There's going to be a time where humanity wakes up and realizes, and it's happening right now, y'all, if you realize it. This whole thing with AI is getting out of hand, and there's a reason why. There's going to be a point in time that humanity wakes up and realizes that everything, especially dealing with the government, has been AI, y'all. Okay? I've been telling my people this. The people who've been following me on YouTube for a few years now, I've been breaking it down using numbers, gematria, to show you guys how it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. And the only reason why that is because we are literally in an artificial matrix video game that is literally ran by AI. You know how they say BlackRock owns everything? There's a reason why. Because it's an AI program, it's an AI simulation that we live in. And there's gonna be a point of time when humanity reaches that point, that breaking point, that consciousness point. Y'all gonna realize that everything that you have ever known was artificially created. So these bills that we are paying, this money that we are making, these mortgages and all these type of stuff, they have all been ran by artificial intelligence. And I'm telling you right now, people are going to lose it. It's going to affect people to such a point that people are going to be disconnected from this reality, because it's like, what have I been working hard for? Why have I been paying all these bills for, and these mortgages and these payments and all this type of stuff? It's going to break people, because people are going to realize that we have been in an artificial matrix, a video game, y'all. This is literally The Sims. That's why The Simpsons always tell y'all the truth. We are the Sims under the sun, the Simpsons. I've been telling you guys for this, and there's gonna be a point in time people wake up and realize this. It's gonna shatter their whole world. And a lot of people are waking up right now and realizing a lot of things are not making sense. That's because we're waking up out of the illusion. We're waking up out of this dream. And I believe this whole artificial intelligence, this AI things, this Sora, ChatGPT, this is a form of soft disclosure. But it's gonna get ugly, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get ugly. Don't say I didn't warn y'all, man. The shift is here. I've been telling y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
The fact that AI has reached, allowing for reality and fantasy to blur in so perfectly, so seamlessly, to where you can't even tell the difference. It creates grounds for any evils to happen, if you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. What's y'all thoughts on everything he just said, y'all? Spam it in the comments.
What's up, bro? You trying to step to the mic?
I think so.
You think so? I know so. Let's go, though. Thanks for stepping to the mic. My name is Michael Manelli, and I'm looking for a feature, so I need your best right now.
All right, let's get it.
I'm going to start it, then you go, okay?
Okay.
Does he make you laugh like I did? Does he make you cry like I did? I love that man, I swear to God, if he breaks your heart like I did. Does your mom think he's the one? Does your father call him son? I dropped the ball this lifetime, but I won't in another one.
You told me to be careful with your heart, made a promise and break it. Am I the one to blame for all your scars? let you down, I can't take this. Guess it was written up in the stars. Guess this lifetime ain't meant for us. I still love you in the next one though, that is a promise. But all the things I should have done, I just hope you found someone to love you better than I did.
Come on, man.
Why is everything so boring right now? Like, I am so bored with everything.
And life ain't just life no more, my nigga. This shit dry as fuck. Ain't nothing outside. I wake up, go to work, hit the gym, eat the same tired ass food, repeat that same shit like a fucking broken record.
Lately, people have been saying that it feels like the world that we once knew just vanished. It's like we went to sleep and woke up one day and nothing was the same.
Is it just me, or does life feel boring anymore? Like, I really can't explain it, but everything just feels empty.
Humans are experiencing zoochosis. I 100% believe that. So zoochosis is basically a form of mental illness that animals get from being in a zoo, from having a repetitive lifestyle that is not natural to them.
I'm not suicidal, but like, I am tired. I'm ready for my soul to be set free. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about fame. I don't give a fuck about the politics or whatever. All this fucking shit I really don't give a fuck about. Like, I'm just so tired of all these responsibilities I never asked for.
I'm the only one who peeped at the energy of the world that feel off right now. And I ain't just talking about no politics or talking about no, I'm talking about spiritually, that bitch feel off. Like, something feel like spiritual attacks or some shit. It feel.
Half of the United States workers says they're at a breaking point.
So I'm not trying to scare anybody right now, but I think something flipped for all of us. I think there's been a massive shift in reality.
Everything is so boring because you realize that you are in captivity. Emotionally, you may be having all of these feelings of boredom, or things are not right. I just feel like I'm in a loop, in a cage, a zoochosis that has trapped you in an artificial environment. Your mind waking up to this understanding that you're in a vampiric energy harvesting cage. You're feeding something that never will be satisfied, and it's a never-ending loop. And now most of the people in the Western Hemisphere are talking like this.
To literally everything that's out there, it's all fake, and it's all a system rigged against us, and it's all fake. The medicine, the agriculture, the school system, literally everything is all fake.
So now I want you to think about like why we exist in this time. Like, why did your soul come here? Like, I believe we all came here having our souls exist right now because of this very feeling. Like, for a long time, humans have been existing in this vampiric energy harvesting spell where everything is in reversal of your organic self. And that's where the zoochosis comes in, because it's like something doesn't feel right. And the ones who have been feeling this for a long time have been shut up. It's like the animal in the zoo, knowing that there's something wrong, but they can't put their finger on it. So they form zoochosis, something that's pulling you from your natural organic source, where they're not enslaving you physically anymore. They're doing it psychologically and spiritually, to where you're trapped. And then you have these emotions, but you know your soul feels that this is not natural. But I just want to say that the unplugging is not the end. In the Matrix series, that was in the first movie. That's when everything started to really open up. Because this hamster wheel has been running and our energy has been going to something that will never be satisfied, us being here, being in awareness of what has been going on this planet. And for the ones who still are feeding that, this is why I'm saying your boredness, you feeling like something is off, because it is. You observing that everybody else is not feeling this, but you know that it's going on. Remember that the unplugging is not the end. It's you literally being a voyager. You are helping anchoring the source back in here. You are a vessel. Our family, this planet, everything that's been trapped here, you're the one. You're the Neo. In the scene in the Matrix, she said, you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to understand why. And your feelings, your emotions about this planet, about your body, about whatever is in your life is that very reason. Think about it. If you know that something is wrong and you have this light inside of you, why would you come to a metaphorically dark place? If you know how you're feeling, imagine how everyone else feels. But remember, that's the fuel, because you're not responsible for saving this world or saving your family or trying to start a revolution. So then you begin to ask, what's your place here? You remember the conversation in the kitchen with the Oracle and Neo, and she was like, I can see an end, I can see the destruction, I can see death. And he asked, what is it? And he was like, and she said, it's your opposite. He is you, the Agent Smith that's terrifying and making everything worser. All of these feelings lead you to a better understanding of your mind, your body, your soul, the earth, the universe, God, the quantum realm, the self-mastery, the ascended masters that everybody brags about in different hemispheres of the planet. Moral of the story is that everything that you are feeling right now is only leading you more to yourself, more to breaking out of the compression and the suppression of yourself. Now, this is what I do on my YouTube channel. Like the programs that are hacking your ability to connect with source. Want to, you can come find me there. I hope that maybe this helped a little bit, but yeah.
The moral of the story, get out of your own way so you can get back to your own way. Everyone has their lower self, their higher self, their carnal flesh-minded, and their higher mind. You're positive and you're negative. You're female and you're male. You're beast and you're human mind. Between all those minds, you have to find the equilibrium, the balance. Am I reaching? Spam it up in the comments.
TV, music, Freemasonry, the elites, fucking the shit we eat, all of this shit is just teaching us to engage in left-wing behavior. So we being more open to demonic influence versus angelic influence. And so this is why when you are an angelic person, you get attacked because the demonic people have to keep you out so that they can exist. So this is why people will promote dumb shit. And as soon as you say something that's right, people will either ignore you, or if it's too right and they can't ignore you, they'll try to attack you or destroy your character. Okay, this is why people attack character, because they trying to get rid of the angel out of you. So when you exercise a demon, okay, you call out people for the wicked shit they do. When you trying to get rid of an angel, you slander a person or you get rid of their character. For example, if a person is lying and stealing and scamming, the way that you exercise the demon out of that person or exercise that person out of the community is you put their ass on blast. Okay? But if a person is evil and they trying to get a good person out the building, first thing they do is what? Slander and attack your character, because your character associates you with your angelic friends. And so with that being said, if you do good and you take pride in doing good, the first thing a person will do is say you're doing bad. So if you're a humanitarian, you feed the homeless, you adopt animals and all that type of shit, the first thing somebody gonna say is, oh, that woman be beating homeless people, that woman be she be adopting them animals and torturing them, and the first thing they gonna do is speak bad on your good, because they trying to run off the angel in you. So just like you can exercise a demon, you can try to negate.
Keep your eyes on Trump. Something incredibly weird is going on. Why is this guy right here talking about an attempt on the president's life? Meanwhile, New York Post is posting pictures like this right here at the same exact time the president's talking again about getting into heaven. So let's start right here. When I first saw this guy's video, he was basically saying in a message and the video that your security cannot keep you safe, basically. Don't go to Egypt because there's going to be an attempt on your life. For context, there's some psychic spoon folding, whatever. But I can't lie, when I saw it, I did have a really eerie feeling. So I bookmarked it and went about my day. Now tonight, I'm seeing headlines where the president is once again worrying about being able to get into heaven, saying that he feels like he's not going to be able to go to heaven. Even further, this is on the trip or while he's on the way to the Middle Eastern countries. And it gets so much freaking weirder because with the peace deal, at the same exact time or around the same time, this picture was released. Look, I do photography, I do a videography and everything else. This shot was planned by the person taking the picture. It does not just happen. To get the perfect angle, the perfect lighting, and everything to get this exact picture right at the time of the peace deal. And it seems like out of nowhere, a lot of bad things are happening. We had the helicopter down yesterday, then a plane down today in Texas, flooding everywhere, etc. Really bad things happening all at the same time. I'm just really weirded out. I'll let you hear this and I'll let you hear what the president says.
Hi, this message is for you, Donald Trump. Wow, it's amazing that you're coming to Israel. Incredible that you're going to give a mind-blowing speech in the Knesset. But from there, you might be flying to Sharm el-Sheikh. Please read my message. I'm just very concerned. Very concerned. Please read the entire message.
And then not even 24 hours later, this.
You know, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly an Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven.
What led him to think about his afterlife? Don't get me wrong, reflecting about where you're going is very good. But what does Uri Geller know that we don't know? Or what group is he a part of that we can't see? If you are any sort of rational at all, you have to think something's weird about all of this.
Donald Trump just finished saying he rightfully deserves to go to hell. Say what? Am I hearing wrong? Am I reaching? Am I tripping? What do y'all think about everything he just said? That's crazy. That's wild.
383 bodies were found by police near the U.S. border.
Do they identify who these bodies belong to, or?
Most of them. This happened July of this year.
Really?
Yes, that they found all 383 of these bodies. All of the bodies were stacked on top of each other, like one by one. They found them in a private crematorium, and they said that the bodies allegedly came from a bunch of different funeral homes. Their relatives had passed away. They wanted the services to be done for their bodies. They wanted them to be like cremated and things like that. What's disgusting is some of these bodies have been sitting there since 2020. A lot of the families were even getting outraged when this whole thing came out of all these bodies being discovered, because these people at the crematorium gave some of them fake ashes.
Yo.
Bro, it blew my mind. Yeah, they would give some of these people fake ashes made from I don't even know what, kept storing their bodies there and never told them the truth.
Why?
Police actually believe, though, that it was just a bad case of negligence and these people not doing their jobs, and they were pretty much getting more bodies than they can handle. So it ended up having this huge number of bodies that they weren't able to cremate. They even identified some of the people, and it was 218 men, and then I think 149 women that they identified. And then the other 16, they were not able to tell. Police actually arrested the owner of the crematorium and his assistant. Yeah, around that time, in July. They are still investigating to see what else is gonna emerge from this whole story.
Yeah, and this happened like a couple months ago.
This happened a couple months ago, so this is super fresh. 383 bodies
that are unaccounted for.
Yeah.
You guys heard about this news? If you have, drop it in the comments. I'd love to know. Crazy times we're in, y'all.
Y'all be destiny swapping with people who are multiple different people in one body. So you'll end up becoming someone you probably don't even want to become. You don't really know who that person is, closed doors. And y'all be destiny swapping with people who got demons. So you're going to inherit that demon as well as the trials and tribulations of that person. A lot of times the reason why a person becomes great or legendary is based upon the pain they've been through in life. And a lot of you cannot handle the things some people have been through. Trust me, you really can't. So be careful what you wish for. It can be dangerous, and you may not be able to handle it.
Take a look at the writing on the wall, and quite literally this time. This is over here seen in Tel Aviv, talking about Cyrus the Great is alive, with a picture of none other than the POTUS himself, and it says it, Cyrus the Great is alive. You see the American flag and the Israeli flag being meshed together, juxtaposed together. And this is why, guys, I often spoke when people would ask me, who do I believe Mystery Babylon is? My pastor taught me that Mystery Babylon is Jerusalem. Whether you agree with that or you don't, I don't really care. But one thing I can say is that you see a lot of similarities between Mystery Babylon and the current system that's being upheld in America. And that is why I've always sort of believed that Mystery Babylon would be joined together. It would be almost like a mix of America and Israel. Now, whether that's 100% sure or not, that's up for debate. What do I know? But what I can tell you is that they are calling him Cyrus the Great. If you don't know who Cyrus the Great is, he was the pagan Gentile king who allowed the Israelites, those who were the children of Israel, to rebuild the temple. This was the second temple that they were being allowed to rebuild. He's greatly revered by the Jews because he allowed this to happen. Guys, do you think Donald Trump will be a modern typology of Cyrus, and he will erect or allow them to erect the third temple? Not the second like the real Cyrus did, but will he be a typology? Will he fund that project? If you guys don't know, Donald Trump, he is a real estate guru. He's a real estate man. This is what he's done before we knew him as the president. So let me know your thoughts down below. This is writing on the wall, literally. And I know we always use that figure of speech, but guys, this is really being broadcasted. If you can't see what's on the horizon, you have to get your eyes open.
You got Cyrus the Great, Donald Trump, the peace treaty, the ongoing war, this everlasting Groundhog Day, everyone feeling disconnected. Time is speeding up. What the hell is going on, y'all? Spam it up in the comments down below.
Stop your scroll. Did the world end when COVID hit? Because nothing has been the same since then. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm fixing to go into it because I have a couple videos I want to show you as well. But first, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is just my opinion and theory, and that means it is not misinformation because it is a theory. Please share this video out. Now, I know you guys have heard that we live in a simulation, allegedly, and somewhat I can believe that. The reason I say I can believe it is because nothing has been the same since COVID hit. Everything has literally changed. But I also wonder, were we reset in the years 2000, 2012, and 2020? Or, as some people think, are we already dead and we're just living in hell or purgatory right now? And if we are in purgatory or hell, how the hell do we escape here? What I mean by nothing has been the same since COVID is nothing is real. It doesn't even feel like we are real, that we're just here existing. We're definitely not living. There has been no real joy or happiness since COVID, and if there has, it's been very short-lived or it's fake. It's a facade. Everyone is just tired and over it all. Whatever it is, there has been a massive shift in reality because nothing seems real. Everything seems off or fake, whether it is school, meds, food, no matter what it is, it all feels fake. It feels like we are stuck in a loop of boredom, like we're hamsters spinning on a wheel and we're just stuck in this boredom. I don't know if it's a routine that we're just doing because we get up, we go to work, we go home, we go to bed, get up, go to work, go home, go to bed. It's the same thing every damn day. It's like a real life Groundhog Day. We can't afford to live and money is fake, but we need money to live. What? People don't feel guilty for what they do. They don't have a guilty conscience nowadays. People are very selfish. We're all extremely desensitized because of the internet, so we get overstimulated very easily. People have no empathy. We get distracted easy as hell, and we have the attention span of a goldfish. We're extremely unhappy, and we need that instant gratification or that dopamine hit, so we doom scroll for hours on end, letting time pass us by. We're all living in our phones, right? So we make videos to turn them into money through monetization and to gain a following so that we can actually make a living in our phones. Make that make sense. People don't like going anywhere anymore because they're afraid of what's going to happen when they're out, or their anxiety is high as hell and they can't leave the house. Or you just don't have the money to leave the house because every time you leave the house it costs $100. Everything is an illusion and feels like it's broken. Everything's an illusion and feels like it's broken, fractured, or surreal. Energy is heavy as hell, stagnant, claustrophobic even. Feels like everyone's a robot and they've been programmed, but the ones who actually see what the hell's going on in this alleged simulation. Even our phones read our minds. I mean, come on, how many times have you thought of something and then seen an ad for it on a social media app or seen a post about it? Love is an illusion. People don't care anymore. There's no real connections. It's all about self. It really truly is like we're living in the Twilight Zone because so many people have a feeling of wanting to escape whatever this is and go home. But where is home? Because home isn't home. So where are we trying to escape and go to? There's more NPCs running around than ever before. I don't know. It's like we went to sleep one night and we woke up in a different reality where everything is reversed. Literally, when we went to bed, good was good, bad was bad, evil was evil. But when we woke up, good was bad, evil was good. Everything is switched. What? Even the weather is backwards. Summer lasts forever, but winter is that long, and where I live, we haven't had a real winter in over 10 years. It doesn't even snow here for real, but the summers are long, hot, and miserable. Even the moon looks closer than it did when I was a kid, so is the moon getting closer to us? Even kids are experiencing mass trauma nowadays, and they know that something is wrong and something is off. People are also complaining about ringing in their ears, which I have, and they feel a feeling of being constantly watched. The Alexas and Google Homes are playing songs that were not requested, or they're just out of the blue playing things. They're malfunctioning and responding to commands that haven't been said. People are also complaining of headaches, nausea, random pains, having vibrations in their bodies, and tingling. And no, this is not because we're getting older, because older people and kids and younger people are complaining of the same things. Time is speeding up and there's also time missing. What exactly are these devices doing to us? Because now there's AI and we can't tell what's real and what's fake. What exactly are these devices doing to us? Now there's AI and we can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore. Society's moral compass has severely declined in the last 20 to 30 years. Holidays feel so fake nowadays. Christmas doesn't feel like Christmas. Halloween doesn't feel like Halloween. Easter don't feel like Easter. So what exactly are we celebrating? Because it's just another day at the end of the day. Could it be the 5G towers that they put up while everyone was on lockdown during COVID? Some people think that these 5G tower frequencies interact with our brain and they cause anxiety, depression, mental instability, and sleep disruptions. Oh, can't forget about the brain fog either. I know myself, when I go to sleep, I wake up, my brain's going 90 to nothing. I know I haven't gotten any real rest. So what is going on with our sleep patterns? Everyone says there's a feeling of something big and monumental coming, but what is this feeling talking about? Because so many people feel it, so it has to be something. And let's not forget, so many people are getting sober right now, and a lot of people are trying to find God now too. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, consider yourself lucky, because you might be one of those NPCs I was talking about, but watch these videos because these people have it pegged too.
Everything's so boring right now. Like, I am so bored with everything. Just feels empty. You wake up, you do the same stuff for the most part, and then when you do things that are supposed to be fun, it doesn't hit the same way like it used to.
And life ain't just life no more. This shit dry as
Humans are experiencing zoochosis. I 100% believe that. So zoochosis is basically a form of mental illness that animals get from being in a zoo, from having a repetitive lifestyle that is not natural to them. The government can solve hunger by simply planting fruit trees on the streets, but they refuse to do that because they engineer homelessness to teach you what happens if you fall out of line.
For example, there are a lot of people right now who are talking like this.
You realize everything is fake, from the TV to the politicians to the jobs to the money to the power to the government to literally everything that's out there. It's all fake and it's all a system rigged against us, and it's all fake. The medicine, the agriculture, the school system, literally everything is all fake.
Hell, even this reality has completely changed in some way, shape, even this reality has completely changed in some way, shape, or form. It's like the planet had hit pause, and when it restarted, everything had been switched. And nobody can really put into words what's happened or what is currently happening. So I'm going to let this guy over here explain what he feels like is going on.
But I see where a lot of people have been talking about the same topic, about how their life, this is what they're saying in the comment section, that their life doesn't feel the same to them anymore. Kind of like they're half in this world and half out of this world. And I just want you guys to know, for the ones that feel that way, that you're not alone, because I feel that way every single day. Every single day, I no longer feel like the person I once was. And it's almost like I don't even recognize life anymore. I mean, here I've been on this planet for 54 years, but this world feels so foreign to me. And ever since COVID, it seemed like we went through some kind of like time shift, and it just seems like everything is happening so much faster now. I know that things go faster as you get older. I understand that, but I'm not talking about that kind of thing. It seems like everything is in like extreme fast forward. The days fly by. There just seems like there isn't enough time to even get two things done in a day. Two things before it's time to go to bed. It's like, Jesus, I didn't even have time to do two things. I have been trying to convey in a video what I'm talking about, and I'm not able to do it, you guys. I'm just not able to put my finger on it. How in the hell did we go from what we remember the world being like to this? How did it come to this? What the hell happened to life? What the hell happened to this world? What the hell happened to people? Nobody wants to do anything anymore. Nobody wants to get together anymore. Nobody cares about anything. You can't even talk to people about anything today and have them even give a damn about anything. Nobody cares. This world is just like gray.
So anybody else resonates with what he's saying? Because it's like we're all waiting for something to pop through, and the anticipation is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of heavy energy in the atmospheres, because it feels like we're waiting for something. And this, I believe, is this 3D to 5D ascension thing. Because in a new world, you can't take politics, you can't take government, you can't take jobs, you can't take none of this stuff with you. So their world has to be removed. It has to be dismantled. But I truly believe this is the reason why a lot of people are feeling this way.
It's like, it kind of feels like the movie has stopped. It kind of feels like the movie stopped, And we're just like forcing ourselves to go to different scenes. Like, I gotta go to work. That's right. Yeah, that's what we do here, right? Like energy, like I can't explain it. It's like we stopped the movie almost and we're recalibrating.
Is it me or this feels like the weirdest year in history for real? Or in my existence? And I don't think it's because we older now. Something about this year specifically. Energy is just so stale. Not negative, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it's negative. It's just different than it's ever been.
I'm not suicidal, but like, I am tired. I'm ready for my soul to be set free. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about fame. I don't give a fuck about the politics or whatever. All this fucking shit, I really don't give a fuck about.
I can do a part 2 if you want. Just let me know below. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Put them below. We can't be the only ones feeling this way. As always, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is a theory, so it is not misinformation. Nothing in this video violates any terms, conditions, or guidelines. Remember to share.
I think I might have figured out why they made it illegal to be homeless, and it's not just to arrest the poor. What if it was because for the last 3 or 4 years since COVID, we've had this huge movement to go van life, and everybody's moving into their vans or buying campers and buying stuff, and they're not buying houses anymore. So now the banks aren't making as much money off the houses. Also, we have hyperinflation and ridiculous mortgage rates and all of that crap, but they're trying to make it illegal for you to be able to be homeless or essentially van life or live in your car or anything. They're trying to force people back into buying homes. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day, or at least try. Love y'all.
And now they're coming for everybody's mental health medication. Our new Health and Human Services Secretary, RFK Jr., says that antidepressants, ADHD medication, obesity medication, they're dangerous. They cause people to be more violent in the case of anti-anxiety medication. He outlines this in his grand plan to make America healthy again. He wants to get people off of these highly addictive and dangerous medications. Do you know what that will do to this population? There are valid use cases for all of these medications. I mean, even Tylenol and Advil have risks, okay? So nothing is risk-free. But the fact of the matter is that these medications, in many cases, have been studied over the course of more than 4 decades in the case of some of the older SSRIs and antipsychotics that are on the market today. Today, they have been studied for over 4 decades. They have a proven treatment and safety record. And he wants to take people off of them because he doesn't like them. He'd rather us be on a freaking wellness farm doing free labor that, you know, all the migrants they deported won't do because now, you know, we don't have anybody to...
Entire world for 3.5 years. The same world ruler will make a peace treaty with God's people Israel for 7 years, which he will break halfway through by setting up a mysterious object in God's temple that will be an abomination to God and his people. Okay, so here's what we know so far. There is going to come a world leader who will appear seemingly out of nowhere. Just like the little horn appeared insignificant at first, then took over. He's not going to be a well-known king or president, so we can cross people like Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin off the list. He's also going to appear peaceful at first and do what every US president has been trying to do for years. Bring peace to the Middle East. He will then break this treaty after 3.5 years and spend the next 3.5 years hunting down God's people until God comes to destroy him and replace him with Jesus Christ as king. With me so far? Great. Because the next description of the Antichrist is going to really blow your mind. Over 600 years after Daniel's vision, one of Jesus' closest disciples, the Apostle John,
if you are worried about the digital IDs that are going out all over the place, worry no longer because they're saying next year everybody's going to implement this system. It's called the EES, the Entry and Exit System. So it's a digital biometric system that will replace passport stamps. And right now, the EU is rolling it out almost entirely nationwide, October 12th, fully implemented by April of next year. So what is this? It will be biodata that is collected from each individual. That will be things like your name, your date of birth, passport info, entry, exit dates, facial image, fingerprints, the whole 9 yards. So if you're worried about Apple having your facial recognition, the government is about to have it pretty soon. So they're saying the system is being gradually rolled out over around 6 months, starting October 12th, and completely implemented by, they believe, April. So The UK has it, the EU has it, and they're saying that everybody is going to adopt this probably by sometime next year. So if you are one of those who are worried about the government having this information and identification, it sounds like everybody's going to have this problem pretty soon. Love ya.
So parents in Florida with children with autism are now reporting they're getting calls from the CDC saying that their child could participate in a voluntary therapy program. You heard that correctly. But then if you refuse, they're threatening the parents with Child Protective Services to come in and take the children away. We warned about this when Junior first come out and started talking about putting children with autism and with ADHD and other disorders into camps. And now, in Florida, of course, it's beginning. If you have a child who's anywhere on the spectrum or anything else, get them the fuck off their medication. We have to do it too. Protect the children.
That ICE will kill you if you are black. That they will kill you. I saw the whole thing. They will kill black people and they will kill brown people. This is Indian people. This is Mexican people. This is you if you're a very tanned Asian. Just in case Asian people are thinking that, we're not in it. You will definitely be in it because you are one of the others. And so God revealed that they have orders. I saw that they were carrying guns, and God revealed to me that they have orders to kill, and that when they kill, they will not be held accountable for the killing. In the dream, I saw that ICE executed a group of workers that they caught at a factory. I said that the factory was in a kind of isolated place. The kind of ground, if you kick the ground, it will make dust. So the factory was in that kind of place, and the Mexican guys were working there, obviously for somebody who owned the factory, and the factory was raided. And I saw that they put the guys in zip ties with their hands in the front, and they brought them out. And I was kind of standing, I couldn't see my body. It's almost as if you're watching TV, but the perspective is just as if you're there. And I was watching as the ICE agents brought about 20-something guys out. And the guys are just standing because, obviously when ICE catches you, I guess, it goes around in the community. What's next is that you're supposed to go into a van, and then they take you to that place where they're putting pee in your water and doing all kinds of things to you. But then the ICE agents opened fire and started shooting the people. And I said that the majority of the men instantly started running. Good instincts. They scattered out like this and they started running. Only one guy dropped to his knees to beg for his life, and they killed him right there. But then ICE turned and started target practicing the people. And I said, I saw some of the people running towards me with this desperate look. And I said, God, these people are really, really strong, because it's very hard to run when your hands are zip tied in front of you, but they were somehow managing to run without losing their balance, without tripping. ICE massacred all those people. And then in my dream, it flipped to a press conference, and God showed me the government telling the Kool-Aid that all the racist people on this side love. The government was saying that these people were dangerous, fully armed cartel types who opened fire on the ICE people, and the ICE people had to defend themselves against these dangerous illegal aliens. And I'm standing there and I'm looking at this man lying in the press conference with a whole bevy of people. You know how they can never do a press conference by themselves? They need all the optics, the black, the Hispanic, the Asian, and the white. Everybody has to be there to show America is such a unified and we love everybody kind of country. And this man is standing there and he can barely contain his smirks. And the press is asking. But it was a factory though. These men were factory workers. How were they armed? Hadn't they already been apprehended by the ICE agents? Because the ICE agent story was that a violent shootout occurred with basically the factory version of Tren de Aragua, and they had to put all 20-something of them down to save their lives. Imagine, ICE had to execute the whole squad to secure and contain the area. And there are people in this country who will believe that. Right now, before that prophecy comes to pass, the fulfillment of a mass killing like that, there are people in this country right now who believe that it's necessary to shoot everybody who's Mexican and working in Walmart for national security. But we shall continue with this dream because God got something for you who think like that. I saw that the government became complicit in the lie for ICE. They protected ICE. They lied for ICE. And not a single thing happened to ICE for that mass murder, that execution style murder that they did. When they finished killing those men, I saw in the dream that they dragged them all together in one big pile. And then God turned off the sound in the dream so that I could not hear what ICE was planning to do and what they were planning to say with the bodies. But I sure did find out their story later in the second part of the dream when I heard the press conference.
Can't talk too much, it's all of entertainment purposes. But what do you guys think about everything she just said? I need you to drop it in the comments below. Spam it up. Well, y'all, you guys got to see what I got to see. Make sure to comment, like, and follow, and share, and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you're loving this channel, you're digging it, and you want to see more, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.